best Korean movies released in 2018. Golden Slumber. It is an interesting movie about an honest and hardworking courier named Gun-woo, who even won a Model Citizen Award for saving a singer from a robbery incident. He was living with his old friend Moyul a happy life. A bombing incident that kills a presidential candidate right before his eyes changed his life. Moyul tells Gun-woo that he is responsible for the bombing and that everyone will come after him, as it is the agency's plan to make him the prime suspect. Cheese in the Trap. Hong Seol is an ordinary university student. She is busy working part-time jobs to pay for her tuition fee and living expenses. Yoo Young is a senior at the same university. He seems perfect. He comes from a wealthy family. He has a kind attitude to others and he is handsome too. But Hong Seol does not feel comfortable with Yoo Young. Suddenly, Yoo Young comes and talks to her. He wants to go out on a date. Please watch the movie to know what happened to her. What a Man Wants. This movie is set on Jeju Island. Jeju is a middle-aged taxi driver who is married to Tam Dio. Jeju constantly cheats on his wife, but it doesn't mean he does not love his wife at all. Meanwhile, his younger sister is Myung and she is married to Bong-soo. They live right next door to Seok-gyun and his wife. Myung and Bong-soo runs an Italian restaurant, but their restaurant isn't doing very well. Incidents in their family enriches the movie and want to know what happened in their relationships. The Vanished. Yoon Seol-hee, a famous married Japan, recently passed away. On the day of her funeral, her body was mysteriously stolen. Detective Jung Sik investigated the case and requested the presence of Seol-hee's husband, Professor Park Jin-han. Before the meetup with Jin-han, it turned out that Jin-han had a secret affair with a student whom he rushed to right after the funeral to find comfort. At the police station, a series of bizarre events led Jin-han to believe that his wife was still alive. Watch the movie to know the interesting facts about the mystery. The Princess and the Matchmaker. In the wake of prolonged famine, the palace arranges Princess Sum Hwa's marriage in an attempt to correct the cosmic misfortune. A renowned diviner, Do-yoon, is brought into the find the perfect husband who will have the best marital harmony with the princess. From candidates all over the country, 4 prospective husbands with the different astrological signs are shortlisted. However, the princess refuses to accept that her life partner will be chosen solely based on fortune reading and decides to check out the candidates herself before the final decision, inviting your attention to the incidents happened there. Psychokinesis. Shin Seok-hyun, who works as a security guard, happens to gain a psychokinesis supernatural power after drinking water polluted by a meteor. He then learns that his ex-wife was killed by one of the paid vandalizers set on destroying her daughter's restaurant to build a shopping center. He then meets his daughter, Umi, and gets involved in the fight to protect the neighborhood. Watch the action. Sunset in my hometown. Underground rapper Hatsu has challenged a TV audition program for 6 years but never gets into the finals. On the day that he fails his 7th audition, he receives a call from his hometown that his father is in the hospital. He rushes his hometown, Byeonsan, where he has left since high school only to find it is his father's plot to bring him to Byeonsan. He immediately heads back to Seoul, but he is suspected as a phishing scam criminal there and somehow bound in Byeonsan, the small, boring suburb. And watch the movie to know what happens there. The Spy Gone North. In 1993, Korea, the only country where the Cold War continues, tensions surrounding the development of nuclear weapons escalate. Seok Young-pa, an armed major in the South Korea military intelligence, infiltrates the North Korean nuclear facility, disguising as a South Korean businessman. While the North Koreans trust, Seok Young learns of secret deals between the two Koreas. Watch the action on screen. The Great Battle. In 645 AD, the Tang dynasty's emperor Li starts his invasion into Goryeo, one of the ancient kingdoms of Korea. One victory after another, the Tang army marches into Anson, protected by General Yang, the lord of the fortress. Abandoned by his country and outnumbered by thousands, the brave general gathers his men and women to face the Tang army on his own. Watch the action thriller and enjoy yourself. Detective K, Secret of the Living Dead. Kim Min suspects vampires exist in Joseon and seeks information. One day, he is requested to investigate a serial murder case on Kangwa Island. Their bodies are found that are burned to death. On the island, Kim Min and his partner Seo Pin run into a beautiful woman with incredible strength. Kim Min believes she may be involved in the case. The woman tells Kim Min that she has lost her memory and doesn't even know her own name. Kim Min, needing her strength, asks her to help him investigate the murder cases. With a clue left behind on a dead body, they try to figure out who is the next target. Watch the action and find out yourself how they work. The Accidental Detective 2 in action. A comic book storekeeper, Damon, and the legendary homicide detective Tasu, who met on previous case, quit their jobs to open a private detective agency. Despite their high hopes, they soon find themselves with only trivial cases such as spouse infidelity, unpaid debt, and missing cats, and so on. One day, a woman walks into the office wanting to find the truth behind the death of her fiancé. Not only that, she also offers them a handsome reward of $50,000. Watch the movie to know how they find the answer for these questions. Keys to the Heart. A washed-up boxer, Joe Ha, has lived his life relying on nothing but his physical strength. His champion glory lasted only a moment, and now pride is all Joe Ha has. He runs into his mom, who left him when he was little, and comes to live with her, and Jin Ta, the younger brother, who always seems awkward except for when he plays the piano. The austere servant, Jin Ta, shows brilliance in playing the piano and video games and cooking ramen. He is at first scared of his older brother, who insists on swinging his fist at people for what he wants. Reunited with each other, the two brothers learn what it is to be a family. Believer. Won Ho is a police detective attempting to bring down Asia's biggest drug cartel run by a man called Mr. Lee. He has been seen by no one, and as a result, a lot of drug dealers have been posing as Mr. Lee to conduct illegal trades. One day, when Won Ho is approached by Oh Yeon Oh, who has recently survived an explosion intended to kill her, Won Ho's team arrives at the site and finds a survivor. His name is revealed to be Rack, and he had been working in Lee's gang. On your wedding day, Woo Yeon was a high school student who hated studying and spent his days getting into fights. His life appears to be going nowhere until he meets a new transfer student named Seung-hee. He falls in love with her at first sight, though she does not appear to reciprocate. Although Seung-hee doesn't seem interested in Woo-yeon, she grows annoyed at the countless male admirers, and they both agree to pretend to be dating under the condition that Woo-yeon will stop fighting. He promises, and over time, their relationship that was once fake begins to develop into real love. Ilang, the Wolf Brigade. In 2029, after the governments of North and South Korea announced a 5-year plan to reunify the country, strong sanctions by the world's powerful nations crippled the economy and lead to a hellish period of chaos. With the appearance of an armed anti-government terrorist group called the Sect, which opposes unification, the president creates a new police division called the Special Unit, which amasses significant political power. However, the intelligence service Public Security, which sees its own influence drop, hatches a plot to annihilate the Special Unit. Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. In 1979, 42 patients at Gonjiam Psychiatric Hospital killed themselves, and the hospital director went missing. Rumors and strange stories about the new abandoned Gonjiam Mental Hospital. An internet broadcaster and 6 other people decided to enter the abandoned hospital to experience unbridled fear. They begin to stream live video from inside the hospital. Watch the mysterious actions behind the hospital. Burning. Burning tells the story of 3 individuals and a mysterious incident they experience. Jong-soo bumps into an old friend, Haemi, on a part-time delivery job. Haemi asks Jong-soo to take care of her cat while she leaves on a trip to Africa. When she returns, Haemi introduces Jong-soo to Ben, a man she met in Africa. One day, Ben and Haemi pay Jong-soo a visit, and Ben reveals his secret interest to Jong-soo. Watch the mystery behind these scenes. Little Forest. The story of a young woman who returns to her childhood home in a traditional Korean village after leaving for the big city in pursuit of what turned out to be an elusive dream. When she gets home, her mother isn't there, but her mother's little forest. The many ways in which a single mother successfully made home for her much-loved child unfold with a long succession of lovingly sketched details involving mostly food preparations. Along with the gods, the last 49 days. The fantasy epic that smashed box office records in Korea reaches its thrilling climax in Along with the Gods, the last 49 days, as the deceased soul, Ja Hong, and his 3 Afterlife Guardians face the remaining trails to obtain their reincarnation. The Guardians come face to face with the buried truth of their tragic time on Earth 1,000 years ago, culminating in a final battle with the rock god. Be with you. Soo-ah, before passing away, makes an unbelievable promise to her husband, Woo-jin, to return 1 year later on a rainy day. Woo-jin takes care of his son, Ji-ho, alone. Miraculously, she keeps the promise and reappears before her husband and son, but all her memories have disappeared. Tragically, the relief at the reunion is short-lived because it turns out that Soo-ah has to leave her family once again. Hi friends, enjoy the movies. Have a nice time. Welcoming your valuable comments. If you like the video, please subscribe our channel and click bell button for updates. Thank you.